Foster care is taking a child into your home,
providing a temporary home for children who have been removed from their homes for various reasons.
When you watch the news, you see there's a car accident, you see there's a drug bust, you see people are arrested, an assault, anything. You always have to ask yourself, are there children involved? And if there's children, I mean, a lot of times there are children involved. And you don't hear about that in the news, but those kids have to go someplace.
It's taking on the role of father and mother and sister and brother for these children.
Just taking care of their physical and their emotional needs until their parents can reunite with them, or in some cases that doesn't happen and there's an opportunity to adopt.
God commands us to care for the orphan, and God commands us to love our neighbor, and fostering is an excellent way to fulfill both those commands, because the parents of these children are people in our community, they're people in our neighborhoods, they're our neighbors. And it's a unique opportunity to develop relationships with them, and it's lots of gospel opportunities.
You know, it's living the gospel out, you know, giving it hands and feet and showing your kids that we do love our neighbors. Not only do we love our neighbors, but we love our neighbors enough to love their children when they can't.
It's given us an avenue to witness for Christ in ways that we never would have expected.
There definitely came a point where we felt that need to obey. We don't want to just say we're going to do it. We don't want to just say we're going to help, but we want to actually live it out. And we want our children to see us living it out, and we want them to be a part of that.
Katie and Derek were a huge help. They were a godsend to our family when Brooklyn came. We got Brooklyn from the hospital. She was an infant, and there were some days we were really burned out.
I asked her, I said, can I take her at least once a week? And she said, absolutely. And so I would take her for at least once a week, and then a couple times we took her overnight or on the weekend.
She wasn't doing anything extraordinary. She was just doing just the basic things to help another family who was fostering children. You know, 1 hour, 2 hours a day is a big help for foster parents. Just somebody to come get their kids so they can go to the grocery store or, you know, catch up on the laundry.
Just the smallest thing is such a refreshing blessing, and it's encouraging to know that you're not forgotten.
Prior to Brooklyn, I had no exposure to any foster children. Being involved with the Lees allowed us a couple things. One, it allowed us to see the need for fostering throughout this entire county.
And I think that helping the Lees really allowed us to see that we could do this long term, and that it was something that we were ready to move on to that next step of foster care.
We needed to be caring for widows and orphans in their affliction. And there is no more afflicted state than where these kids are coming from in foster care.
Other than opening your homes, there's several ways that you can help foster families. I think the biggest way is just to get to know who the foster families are and get to know what their needs are, and then pray for them. I think prayer is a big thing. It encourages us.
Pray that we will not grow weary of doing good. Pray that we will fight the good fight. Pray that we will keep running the race. And let us know that you're praying for us, because it's such an encouragement.
I would have never, when I was younger, never thought I would have ever wanted to be a foster parent. One thing I hear all the time is, I could never do that, it's too hard. And it is hard, but I mean, it's such an amazing experience that you get to really take a child whose life is pretty bleak and just kind of make a huge impact.
And you don't have to be perfect, and you don't have to have your life together. You just have to be willing to be obedient.